Hey everyone, today we're going to go over how to add an ad in on CC365. So whether it be a business or a product under the classified section there, just like a normal classified section. You can see a couple listed here already. We do have the ability to sell items directly from our site as well on your behalf. So all the money goes directly to you as well. So it's a neat little feature here on the website. You need to make sure you're logged in first to access it. You can then go to create ad there under the drop down, or at the top of every page you'll see create ad there. So the submit event is a little bit different. So that's for the events. If you're selling tickets to the events, use the event portal there. But for business listings, products, or any secondhand items, use the create ad. On this occasion, we're going to uh, place an ad for one of our sponsors, that's Central Coast Fitness. And you can choose the category that you fit in. So it should start with nil categories there. Once you select the category, it'll then show any secondary or further down categories that you can choose from in the various sections. So you can leave it just under the primary category. You don't have to choose a second one if you don't wish to. If there's any categories, if your product or business doesn't fit into one of these categories, do get in contact with us. We will add more over time, but obviously it's something so broad that it's hard to list everything all the time. So for Central Coast Fitness, we're going to do sports and fitness and personal training. Got a few categories here to describe what you're doing. You can see the various tags there. They'll show up on the front end of the website like that as well. So if it's something you're giving away free, just select the free one, or business, or if it's you're selling, obviously you can select for sale. In this case, it's business, obviously. Enter your address. If you're on Google Maps, you can just enter the name of the business and it'll find you. So it's on this case, it's Central Coast Fitness, Arizona Road. That's definitely them. If you're not on Google Maps, just enter the exact address and you can input that. Put in your postcode here. This helps with people searching for you on the front end of the website. They may just search via the web via postcode, and it helps display businesses around them in that particular postcode. Expiration date. If you're just selling a second-hand item, for example, just one item, then 30 days is probably more than enough to try and offload that. It will then send you a reminder prior to the 30 days just to say, yes, we're still listing this. Would you like to extend it for another period of time? Which you're welcome to do so. It doesn't cost anything to do these. It's just at your discretion as to how long you need to list it. So for things like one-off items, 30 days, but for a business, obviously you want a little bit longer. And then when you get your renewal, you're welcome to log in and check it, update any details. We don't. I mean, you can edit your details at any time in that interim as well. You don't have to wait until that period is over either. So I'm just going to copy a quick description here, the item description. Just copying it off their Facebook page. So I'm doing it fairly quickly here for the purpose of the video. So the intro description appears on the search engine listings and on any detailed, on any brief listings around the website. So it's important that you just get to the point here, very brief and concise as to what you're trying to convey about your product or business. You've got 120 characters maximum to use, so use them wisely. And then you can go into a bit more detail in the full description arena. Again, I'm just going to sort of copy and paste a few things quite quickly here, but you're welcome to spend whatever time you need to on that. Let's delete that. buy now option is if you're selling from the site. I'll come back to that in a moment. Offering, if you're open to offers, negotiable on your price, and the field there to put the price in. So I've just grabbed a couple of photos here, or pictures I should say, to put in. You can put in up to 6. Just drag, click and drag basically, copy them across, and they'll appear in the order that they'll appear on the site. If you want to change that order, so if we don't want that one as the first one that appears on Google and other relevant social engines and that sort of thing, you can just drag whichever one across, and then make sure you save your listing. You can then see it there as it appears on the site. So there's the pictures that we've uploaded. That's the first one as we reordered, and the users can scroll through as they need. So we can see there the business tag that we selected, the little heart icon if people want to add it to their favorite lists. You can see other business tags. There's the new description there at the top as well. Just make sure all your details are correct. The app will use all the same details. So if you've got anything wrong on the website, then the app's going to get the same details wrong. And people can use especially your address for directions to your premises. If you're selling something privately, you can leave your address off for privacy sakes. Obviously, if you're a business, yes, you want your premises listed, but for private sake, just leave the address off, and the end user can contact you. Share all the share buttons there. Don't forget to share back to Facebook and the likes, just to show everyone what you've done. If you ever want to see a list of all your ads, whether it be your business listing or any multitude of products that you're selling, you can go to the My Ads at the top. You can see one here that I've listed earlier, but I've since deleted. When you delete an item, it still shows up that you've had it there in the past, and it doesn't show you any buttons to change anything because it's been chosen as deleted. Once something is deleted, you can't bring it back, so just keep that in mind. You can see move to top there. At $5, you can push your listing to the top. So if after a few weeks or months you want your listing to appear back at the top of the page, you're welcome to just slide a couple of bucks in, and that'll happen. If you want to edit your listing or any of your other listings, just click on the listing there under My Ads, edit button, go down. So here we'll show you how to sell something. Make sure you select Buy Now. How many have you got? How many items are we selling? If it's just one, just leave it at 1. Once it gets to 0, the Buy Now button will disappear from the front end of the site. If you've got a lot, just put in a high number, and then select pieces, sets, or pairs as to how many, what the description of what you're selling. So if you do have a lot and don't really ever expect to run out, you just have to keep the quantity up there. Make sure you put in the price, the actual price as to how much you'd like, whether that price is negotiable or not. If you are negotiable on price, then before any payment happens, you have to go through the email back and fro with the customer as to how much they're willing to pay. Don't forget to save. And you can see there now that the end user is given a choice of how many they'd like to buy. Clearly shows the price there, how many's left. As I said, once that gets to 0, the Buy Now button will disappear. But in this case, we'll just we'll buy 1. Gives a description of what we're buying, the quantity, how much it is, and the total. Obviously, if you had 2 selected, say 2, price 50, total 100, for example, then they hit Buy Now. They'll then be taken to PayPal to complete the transaction. Now, how do they know what PayPal to send the money to? If you go to My Account and My Profile, you'll see an area there where you can upload your profile image if you'd like to. But the most important part is update your PayPal email address. So this is the address of your PayPal account where the money gets sent to. All the money gets sent to you. If you don't put something in there, it will end up in our PayPal account. So it is important you get this right. To avoid any fees, it's best to make sure that it is your address that is in there, and then 100% of the money you charge goes to you. We don't take a cut if the money is going directly to you. Okay, so save that off. And you can always come back and change that at any time should you need to. So you can see your listings there. If you need to change it, go to Profile Edition. You can update your password, or of course the PayPal email address. You can see how long's left on your listings and things like that also. And that's about it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us either via the website or on any of our social pages here, CC365AU on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, Insta, and YouTube. Don't forget to like and follow us as well while you're there.